Hello guys, my name is Arnava. My team is Team Shark and I present you my solution, Wheel Buddy. It's a super ready buddy for your wheelchair problem that I see and want to solve. I see an everyday problem where the disabled and elderly people struggle to push their own wheelchairs or do not always have their family members to push the wheelchair for them. This is a huge difficulty for them and one which is a huge cause of frustration too, as they have no one to actually rely on in an emergency. So they have, if they have nobody to rely on, then they can move around in their own houses or anywhere else by themselves. So, solution I want to provide for that. I want to provide a solution for them that will all have a buddy that will help the customers with their needs. Wheel Buddy will be an easy way for them to achieve this without having to resort to higher cost automatic wheelchairs. It is also user friendly and detachable. Therefore, it can be used by almost anyone who can read a manual, and it is compatible with any wheelchair also. Innovation which I have designed. WheelBuddy is a detachable chargeable mount. So these are the different parts of the WheelBuddy. They are detachable and they can be attached to any wheelchair. It is going to have a simple LCD display. The LCD display is going to display speed variation and also battery left, and it's also going to have the favorite persons list which the customer can use to contact their favorite person. There's also going to be an emergency button which the customer can press anytime if they have an emergency, which can contact the authorities for any kind of help. How it helps. So it is mountable. So it can be mounted to the back of the wheelchair, the underside of the wheelchair, and also the handle of the wheelchair. It is chargeable, so there's going to be wires provided to charge the battery. It's going to have a LCD display with buttons. It also is going to store emergency contacts for every single customer. Demonstration. So step 1, charge the device to full battery, then mount the device onto the wheelchair handle and turn it on. So its average battery life expectancy when it's full is 9 hours and 10 miles, and if intermittently used, 12 hours and 10 to 15 miles. Step 2. After the device turns on, it will get a sense of its immediately surrounding obstacles using machine learning and sonic sensors. Then it will estimate a base speed which can be increased or decreased by the user and start moving. Step 3. The motor starts to spin and turns the band which connects to the wheel. This in turn will turn the wheel, thus pushing the wheelchair forward. The wheel also offers a feature of automatic obstacle sensing, thus decreasing speed or even stopping automatically if it immediately senses any obstacles in its front. The user can steer their wheel in any direction and the wheelchair will move accordingly. Why one should choose WheelBuddy? It is a cost-effective and coming somewhere around $900, which is way more affordable than an automatic or semi-automatic wheelchair, which sits at a price of $1,500 to $8,000. So the wheelchairs nowadays, they usually cost around $4,000, even with all the great innovations to battery technology. It is attachable and detachable, thus it can fit on almost any wheelchair and all one has to do is follow the manual to figure out how to set it up. It is compatible with any wheelchair. It is a very user-friendly and has automatic braking and obstacle sensing. It also has speed variation, letting the user control the speed and also will not hinder the user from changing directions safely. It has an emergency and favorite person contact so that the user can contact their close people in case of an emergency. Overall, it's a very helpful product intended for problem solving rather than profit. Testimonials. The first testimonial comes from my dear friend Soham Dogra. He says the product is very good and I love the idea, would recommend to everyone. The second suggestion comes from Daniel Nguyen. He's a friendly neighborhood old man. We meet up every time I come back from school. He says he loves the way I have brought up the idea. He would certainly love to see it be a reality. And Shamana. Shamana is my grandpa. He currently uses a wheelchair, so he is the person I really want to share this idea with. It would most definitely help a person who has to sit on a wheelchair to go around. I would love to have one to help me with my own wheelchair. Business model of my product. So, WheelBuddy's market size, estimated product target. So, globally, 1% of the population or 65 million people have a daily need for a wheelchair. And just in North America, 3.3 million people with an estimate of 1.9 million being above 65 years and older and 100K being veterans. Thus, guesstimate product target is around 1.9 to 2.2 million people in North America alone, based on the report by Physiopedia.com. Wheelbody's market value. So, the automatic wheelchair market size globally is $4.78 billion in 2023, and it grows at a compound annual growth rate of 13.7%. The global wheelchair market size, including manual wheelchairs, is around $7.79 billion in 2023 at a compound annual growth rate of 9.9%. So, a report by the business research company indicates that the above numerics are the total market cap of automatic wheelchairs and is worth about 61% of the global wheelchair market. So, the automatic wheelchair market size is 61% of the global wheelchair market. Customer risk if Wheelbuddy is not bought. So my total target is 1.9 to 2 million people in North America and 65 million people if the entire global market is considered. These are all the people above 65 years and use a wheelchair. If they do not buy my item, then 65 divided by 131.8 is 50% of the entire market will be losing out for my solution. If the global market is around $7.7 billion for wheelchairs, then the loss of revenue will be 7.7 divided by 2, which is $3.85 billion. That's a lot of money. So my market opportunity. The product will be sold at a price of around $1,000, $900 to $1,000. However, this may change upon various situations. The product price is directly proportional to family income. So I am planning to have a campaign where people who can't afford $1,000, the price actually decreases according to their family income, and the cap price is $1,000. Depending on the area being sold, the wheelchair market cap determines the labor costs and profits, thus increasing or decreasing the price by around $300 to $500. So government policies might also affect the prices. So my market point of sale. There are various places one might access our solution. Typically, they include hospitals where they are prescribed wheelchairs, government welfare association or physical disabilities helping NGOs, Amazon.com or any other commercial website, so we sell there too. Any physical marketplace where wheelchairs are sold, typically near the cities. The feasibility of accessing our products will be made sure to be very easy. Not only that, all local hospitals will be given our contacts and a simple stock of products so that they may give it to someone in emergency or contact us for more. So people living in rural areas may have access to them more freely. So, my first mover advantage. The primary problem my solution solves is the absence of a cost-effective way for wheelchair users to automatically drive their wheelchairs. My solution gives them cheap, user-friendly solution with compatible with almost any wheelchair. Its advantages are cheap and feasible, easily accessible, compatible with any wheelchair, and electronically powered. It's eco-friendly and automatic. My industry size. Since my total target guesstimate is on 1.9 to 2 million people in North America alone, and my product's highest initial MRP is $1,000, therefore 2 million times $1,000 is $2 billion in revenue just in North America alone. Thus, my sales will be $2 billion. But as market expands and people buy it again, I can expect my sales to be around 10 to 11 billion in 10 years after my product release. I mean, since the product is growing by 13.97, as referring to earlier slides, then the market is growing by that, then my revenue might grow by that much too. We'll tap into the potential. Referring to slide 12 and 17, global market size is $7.79 billion. If total sales occur and I get $2 billion initially just by selling in North America alone, then 2 divided by 7.79 is 26% of the global market just by selling in North America alone. However, if minimum sales, that is the lowest MRP total target, the times total target, then I will get $500. The lowest price will be $500 times 2 million, which is $1 billion, thus giving me a share of 13% in the global market. My target market, that is the global wheelchair market, is currently $7.79 billion in size in 2023. It has a compound annual growth rate of 9.97%. So this is the main picture of my wheelchair solution. So this part is the battery part, the rechargeable battery. This is recharged using a wire given and is also detachable, thus making it fit on any wheelchair. All wheelchairs have a underside where things are kept for the user, so this can be placed there. And this is the main body of the device. This controls and processes everything and then sends information to the motor. So therefore, this is mounted on the back, and it also has a cover which protects us from any harm. It is also very easy to attach. All it needs is just a uh, like using a screwdriver to attach it to the backside of the wheelchair. There's the motor wheel which will spin to turn the wheel. So when this spins backward, this spins forward. So it's spun by the motor on that side which is attached. So this will move the wheelchair. They will be fixed on both handles, so both the wheels will move very easily. And if the person, the user, just turns the wheel by a little amount, they can easily change the directions. This will also have an LCD display there, so that it will display the speed, the battery left, and such. So these are my target. They are people who are more than older than 65 years and use a wheelchair. So they have nobody to push them, as you can see there, and they are too tired to push it by themselves. I mean, they can't keep on pushing the wheelchair by themselves. They're old and they can't do it. Their arms are very weak. So now when they attach the wheel body, it moves all by itself. The battery is there, this is there, the motor is spinning, so it makes it very easy. The unboxing and boxing. So it comes in a huge box. It is delivered in a huge box. So it contains a battery, the processing component, the motor wheel, the wires, and the motor control. So the processing component is attached onto the back. The battery goes on the underside, and on the handle, the motor control is placed, which will be attached to the motor wheel, which will fit tightly on the wheel. That's it. Thank you.